and welcome back to my channel. For today's DIY, we're going to be using some air dry clay and a spray bottle full of water. Now you might be thinking, what are we creating today? Well, if you read the title, you would know that we are creating a clay trinket dish. So I'm going to start by getting a whole bunch of clay and softening it in my hands. I'm going to roll it into a ball and flatten it like a pancake. Then I'm going to use my fingers and I'm pressing down in the center of the clay and on the edges in order to spread out the clay and make it a wider circle. And then I'm pinching the edges upward so we can make that dish shape. You're gonna need to spray a lot of water, at least I did. I was having to keep re-spraying because the clay kept drying out, but you're gonna need a lot of water if you wanna really smooth out your clay and make sure you get all those cracks really smoothed out as well. They tend to form on the sides. I'm going to be creating an avocado in a picnic scene. So the first thing I am creating is a tree stump. I made this circular shape and then on the bottom I'm just pinching out these triangles and that's going to be the roots of the trees, and I'm spraying some water so that way I can smooth that out and make it seamless, and I'm placing it wherever I want on my trinket dish. Next, I'm creating a small little picnic basket. So I'm making a very tiny rectangular shape and I'm smoothing out the edges to make it that soft round basket shape. And next, I'm creating a tiny little plate because I'm going to be putting a pizza slice on there. So here I am creating the pizza slice and placing it right onto the plate. And now I'm going to be creating the basket handle for the basket that we just made. I'm rolling out a snake of clay and I'm attaching it to the sides of the basket by smoothing out the clay and spraying a lot of water. And that right there is the big piece of pizza, and I forgot to take out a slice of that pizza, so we just have a random slice of pizza and then a whole pizza sitting right next to it. And of course we have to create our avocado character, and of course he has butt cheeks. I just put on two little circles of clay next to each other and then I used water in my fingers to smooth it out and make it look seamless on him. And then I'm just spraying everything with water and smoothing it out so he doesn't have any fingerprints on it or any rough patches. And then I'm also going to add his seed right onto his tummy. This is how the final sculpture turned out, and now it is time to paint it, which is my favorite part. I'm going to be using some basic acrylic paints and some really basic paint brushes to paint this. Feel free to use whatever kind of paints you have on hand. I'm starting by painting the tree stump. I'm using a light tan color and a dark brown color, and I did accidentally make a mistake and I tried to rub it out, but honestly it made it so much worse. We're just going to ignore that and move on. So I'm continuing by painting the tree stump. Honestly, it's really difficult to paint the pieces once they're already glued. I mean, not glued, but like once they're already placed onto the clay and dried there. So if you're doing this, I would suggest maybe making each piece individually and then painting them and then using super glue to glue on the pieces. But it's really up to personal preference because there are some benefits to painting it while it's already dried onto the clay. Like, each piece is stationary, it's not going to move around, and you don't have to hold it in your fingers and get paint on your fingers when painting them. So, I mean, it's really just up to you and how you want to do it. Me, I don't know. I think next time I'm going to try to paint each piece individually. I feel like I should try that out and then kind of weigh both pros and cons and see which I like doing better. But here I am painting the avocado character, and I decided to name him Haas, like the avocados type. Like Haas avocados. So yeah, I don't know, I just thought that was a really cool name and really cute. So that's gonna hopefully be his name and I hope it sticks. And here I accidentally started painting the grass first, and then I realized, oh no, like I forgot to paint the picnic blanket. So then I started painting that, and then I finished up painting the grass. But I didn't want to record that for you guys because I figured that would be a little bit boring to watch, me just kind of like color everything green. So I skipped that part. Now I am doing some details on the tree stump. I'm making a little swirl to kind of mimic the rings of a tree when you cut it. And for the outside of it, I decided I wanted to color it pink. This pink was a little bit dark for me, so I ended up going back with a lighter pink, and I'm doing some yellow dots in the grass to mimic some flowers. This is what it looks like so far, and now it is time to draw on his face. I'm using a 0.05 Artist Loft pen, and I'm just going in and creating 2 dots for his eyes and a little line for his mouth. And we can't forget the butt cheeks. So this is what my final product ended up looking like after I applied gloss and everything, and it's all shiny and cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye guys!